Hello and welcome to the Circuit de Catalunya here in Barcelona. It's a circuit very well known to the teams and drivers, but still remains a very important practice session on the way next.
Okay, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
There'll be a lack of rubber out on track, so take it easy for the first couple of laps. Okay, just want to remind you to keep an eye on your tyre temperatures, which you can do on the temperature panel of the MFD. We monitor carcass temperature and surface temperature, and you'll get the best performance when they're both inside a normal operating window. Surface temps tend to fluctuate faster, so try a few laps with the data open and get a feel for how to control them.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you join us here at the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya as we proceed through to race day to see just who will claim victory at the Spanish Grand Prix. It's an updated track at Catalunya, and the popular opinion in the paddock is that we never wanted the chicane in the first place. That's now been gone, the final corner is much faster, and at 2.9 miles and 14 turns, we await the Spanish Grand Prix. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Andrea Kimi Antonelli lines up on pole position, and Oscar Piastri completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Tsunoda, Lando Norris, and Hamilton. Verstappen, Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, and Liam Lawson. Hadjar, Sainz, Lance Stroll, and Albon. Hulkenberg, Doohan, Gabriel Bortoleto, and Esteban Ocon. Gasly and Ollie Behrman rounds off the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. Alongside me here in the commentary box today, former racing driver extraordinaire, Naomi Schiff. Now, Ant, you always tell me you know Barcelona almost as well as you know the back of your hand. Given the amount of testing that goes on here and the amount of laps that you and all the other drivers have done, What are the challenges that are left when it comes to the race?
Well, this certainly is a favorite track when it comes to testing. And I'll tell you why that is. It's because it offers up so much variation. You've got corners that are fast, that are slow, that are long, that are short. So there's a lot to think about and a lot to work with. But T9 is one of my personal favorites because it is so challenging. Every time you get there, you think, should I lift or should I stay flat? Well, I tell you, stay flat. Commit.
All right, let's have a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, DRS is now available. Okay, mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap. Look out for a bit of understeer when trailing the car ahead. They're going to be giving off dirty air, which is going to affect our tyres, so try to get past.
Maybe not the race we wanted, but work to do.
Well driven. Best we could have achieved today.
your victor today, Andrea Kimi Antonelli.
There was never a moment of doubt today. You could tell that they completely had it under control, and that is a sign of greatness.
And it's time for that special moment for our special three today. The podium awaits our top three finishers. A young man with a big future, today's a winner. Well done, Kimi Antonelli. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.